in each of his 6 starts.
All right, let's talk some football. Pleased to welcome Super Bowl champion Ryan Clark. RC, I got a case of the Mondays, but let me tell you this. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are good. Pat Mahomes was out, and they're not so good. That's the low light. Let's do the highlights, shall we? Aaron Rodgers and the Packers visiting the go. Ryan, it was supposed to happen. He walks this in. What you see here, my friend?
Listen, Damian Williams is a guy who's kind of been on the back burner since they got LaShawn McCoy. LaShawn McCoy fumbles. He comes in, makes huge plays.
All right. So, Ryan, let me ask you a question one more time. Was that the most magnificent pass you've seen, or that was a wish? That was a wish. I'm going back.
Hey, he was definitely wishing, but when you get the right star, these type of things happen.
All right, that was Jones with the touchdowns. Packers beat the Chiefs 31-24. Ryan Clark here, making us laugh as usual on a Monday. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers now 7-1, same record as the Saints, and right behind the undefeated 49ers. Right. So, Ryan, how does Green Bay stack up against the Saints and the Niners in the NFC?
I mean, it's kind of, like you said, right behind those two teams, because those two teams are playing excellent defense. They are keeping people out of the end zone, pressuring quarterbacks, and turning the ball over, and the Green Bay Packers are not. If you go through some of these weeks, even though we've seen Aaron Rodgers praise this defense, you give up 24 points to Matt Moore. And if KC has any semblance of a defense, they have an opportunity to beat you without their MVP winning quarterback. You go back to the Detroit Lions game. If it wasn't for some calls there, the defense loses that. Also go back to Dallas, where Dak Prescott put up over 400 yards on this team. If you want to compete with the 49ers and the New Orleans Saints, you better be able to stop people. And right now, the Packers aren't doing that at the level those two teams are.
All right, we shall see. And NFC is pretty tight. You're going to hang out for the rest of the show?
I mean, if you want me to be around. Last week you took a break, so I'm not sure if you just want to run the whole show yourself and not even give D. Lloyd any time.
I had to get a break away from you, too. I'll give it back to you now, David. Oh, no. I had them coast to coast, folks. I still have more. The Pats, Niners remain perfect. Ryan Clark hanging out with us. Tell us what it all means, my friend.
Today he has a chance to match the all-time record. This is the greatest closer in the history of the game, perhaps in the history of sports. Tiger Woods has matched Sam Snead with 82 PGA Tour wins, the most of all time.
The Zozo Championship sounds kind of like a made-up thing. Nope. Tiger won it, his 82nd victory to tie, as you saw, Sam Snead's record for tour wins. 46 of the 82 came in his 20s, 16 more than any player in tour history. Woods with 4 different tournaments with at least 7 victories. The WGC Bridgestone, the Arnold Palmer Invitational, the Farmers Insurance Open, and WGC Mexico. Sam Snead, the only other golfer to win 7 times at one event. And then there's the 15 majors, second only to Jack Nicklaus in his 18. Tiger's won the Masters 5 times. Every win at the age of 43 is sweet for Tiger.
There's a point where I didn't know if I'd ever play again. I was just hoping to be able to walk normal again. To be able to go through all that to get to where I'm at now is I'm very appreciative. I know how it feels to have this game, what I felt like was taken away from me, where I couldn't participate in the way that I wanted to, and I'm just so happy and so fortunate to be able to have this opportunity again.
That win in Japan is moving some lines in Vegas. After winning yesterday, his 14th wire-to-wire victory on the tour, Tiger's odds to win the Masters went from 16-1 to 12-1, and his odds to win the FedEx Cup sliced in half from 40-1 to 20-1. Tiger's next scheduled event will be the Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas next week.
Pleased to welcome in our NBA analyst, Chiney Ngumake. She's hanging out with us. We're talking basketball now. I know you watched basketball and football yesterday and a lot of other different things. We're talking about Kyrie Irving and the Nets taking on John Morant and the Grizzlies. Did you see that?
That was fun.
That was really fun. So the reaction within the newsroom, as we were talking about this morning, is, I mean, just it lived up to the hype.
Absolutely.
Here he is pulling up for a 3. That's Ja. What do you say?
I mean, this was a great point guard battle. 2 point guards with a lot to prove this year. 2 teams that I think will surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, and so Morant drives and lays this one in really easy. But what I liked about him as a rookie, he doesn't care. I'm here.
I mean, that's over 6'11" Jarrett Allen with his non-dom hand, his left. I mean, this is, what did Drake say? I'm the rookie and the vet.
You listen, all at once, and he wants everyone to know it. So here we are, got 7 seconds left. What happens here? They're going to give it to Kyrie because he is obviously the man. But watch this.
I will tell you.
Girl!
Scouting report. Remember that Kyrie shot missed in Barclays? Yeah, listen to this.
That last play, coach was just telling us to stay down, and once he pump faked it, I was down. I knew the shot was coming. So.
What were you saying?
He knew the shot was coming. That missed shot versus the T-Wolves, that was the same spot. Right elbow, that's his spot. Scouting report, good job, Ja.
All right, overtime, we're talking about it. So what? Down 2, inbounding the ball, 3.7 left. Ja passes it to Jay Crowder. I didn't think this was going to go, but it did!
That was fun. I mean, look at everyone. This is like, what, 1 week into the NBA? Fantastic shot, good awareness by the rookie.
Yeah, Memphis wins 134-133. What is it, Murray State's finest?
Yes,
that's what we're going to call him now. All right. So LeBron and Anthony Davis, you've heard of those two, right? They play for the Lakers, taking on the Hornets. Hornets with 3-on-1. Davis, now, for me, he's arguably one of the best players right now in the league, is he not? He gets it done on both ends.
He might be the best, the most versatile scorer, in my opinion, AD. Look at this. So many different ways.
Now, so Davis gets the pass on the wing. He gets a 3 here. What can't he do?
I really don't know. It's hard. It's hard to describe it, but what he's able to do, people forget that he was a point guard and then grew to be 6'10". He has the guard skill set, but the post finish.
Listen, with the putback, Lakers lead 63-62. Davis keeps it going. And this is what I like about him, is that the Lakers are saying, we clearly want to run offense with this kid.
Run offense? I mean, that's a run way.
A run way. Fourth quarter, LeBron takes over. We got to let the old man in, right? Cody Zeller, layup and one. Look, Cody fouls him and he gets the and one. Easy.
When's the last time we had LeBron entering a highlight in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, because he's just like, I'm cool. I don't need it, right? I'll give it to you. I'm all set.
I'm good.
He knocks down the 3. The Lakers win 120-101. LeBron and AD are best friends. They're besties, similar to how you and I are.
Very true.
So talk to me about LeBron taking a backseat for AD. Very similar to what D-Wade did for him when he was in Miami. And I asked you this during the highlight. Look, the Lakers can use him in many different ways, referring to AD, but what would be the best in your opinion?
Yeah, at the age of 26, Anthony Davis is the most versatile scorer in the NBA. So absolutely focus your offense around him. Even if LeBron James is on your team, he has what I like to call the trifecta. He finishes at the rim. He's got a good mid-range. He can knock it down from 3. He was 3 for 5 from 3. But what I like about this Lakers team is that you can play 2 ways. You can go big. And when you go big, that's a good shooting night. You can play with JaVale McGee or Dwight Howard. And when you go big and you play to your potential, Dwight Howard was 8 for 8 from the field, plus 23, 10 rebounds. Yeah. Or you can go small, and I actually like that too with AD at the 5, and then LeBron James is in some off-ball action. So it's a win-win when you're shooting the ball well and you're the Lakers.
So you're just saying ultimately they're just testing out the lineups and what looks best and waiting for Rondo to come back.
Hey, as long as they shoot the ball well, they're good regardless. They're good regardless.
A championship?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I'm not ready to join the bandwagon, like, you know.
All right. Janae hanging out with us all day today. You'll come back a little later and talk about CP3 and Russell Westbrook visiting their former teams, if you will. David.
All right, Kerry, on the way on SportsCenter Coast to Coast, the Patriots and the Niners remain undefeated, showing no signs of slowing down. We're going to talk about that. NFL trade deadline is tomorrow. Kenyon Drake is on the move already today. Chris Morrison joins us with some other potential trade scenarios. And Ryan Clark is back with the top plays from Week 8. Deshaun Watson gets kicked in the face and still does next. That's coming up.